but they had other priorities, and that's when Michael Jackson came up with We Are the World, if people can remember, around the 87th there. Then the 81 coup came. I'm just saying all of this for people to appreciate why Jawara could not have developed Gambia the way Yahya Jammeh had an opportunity to develop Gambia. So the 81 coup came. Immediately after the 81 coup, Gambia entered into a structural adjustment program called the ERP with the IMF. We laid off a lot of people. We closed a lot of institutions, tried to get the economy restructured for prosperity. So there was no opportunity for Jawara to build schools. Then what happened during the ERP? ERP lasted for several years. Then Gambia started having a rebound, 1991. 1991 is when Gambia started registering serious growth in transshipment, meaning our port was so busy. Goods were going to Bissau, even Mauritania, Conakry, Mali from Gambia. That's when we properly had what you call an ECOWAS garage. Trucks every day, containers being discharged into trucks outbound Gambia. But by then, corruption was not bad in terms of police checkpoints. So the traffic flow for these goods were moving and moving and moving. Now, that was just a preview to explain to people why Jawara could not have done what Jammeh did. Now, Jammeh with his populist agenda was very lucky that the global economy was growing. There is what you call the dot-com boom, different from the tech boom, because the tech boom got more sophisticated later, but it was the dot-com boom. And the dot-com boom, this is before 2000, nothing to do with the 2000. He was fortunate that the dot-com boom fueled the financial markets in the West, particularly America. Then the next thing, oil prices were significantly high. All the petro economies were making money. So you know, the dot-com boom, you know, when the internet came, everything was dot-com. So with the dot-com boom, you had companies like AOL go from a private company to a publicly traded company. You had the Microsoft, you had the Netscapes, because Netscape is what Yahoo is today. Not Yahoo, Google is today. These were the first search engines, the web crawlers and others. So basically, these were the companies that they were selling shares in the stock market. And because of the hype and the potential rewards, people were investing heavily and the markets were very hot. The markets were really gearing for prosperity. And this gave a country like Gambia access to donor funds. Because when Europe is doing good, America is doing good, donors tend to focus more on development. But when they are not doing good, they don't focus on development, they help themselves. So that's the time that Jammeh came. So when Jammeh came, the MDGs and other development tools that the World Bank, the UN and others use, they had an agenda. The agenda is called education, particularly girl-child. So for that agenda to happen, they need to build more schools. So now when they were building more schools, access to education was their priority, not quality of education. So Jammeh wrote that prosperity and was building schools left, center, and right. When Barrow said he's doing 50 classrooms a month, well, if you want to benchmark that with Jammeh at the time, Jammeh was on steroids. So schools were just popping over. So the average child from going 9 kilometers every day to a school was able to access a school 3.5 kilometer maximum. Jammeh did that. But that also had a price. The price it had is we have put more people into schools, but we have also not educated those people we put through schools. And that's why the exams results are the way they are today. Because when people give you a school, they give you free capital expenditure, the fixed asset, the building, the tables, the blackboard. What they don't tell you is the hidden cost. It's called the operational expenditure. And this operational expenditure is paying the teachers on a monthly basis, buying the chalk, paying for the lights, you name it, you name it, you name it. So all these schools that were built were ill-equipped. Schools that were supposed to teach science, chemistry, biology, physics, agricultural science, and there was no laboratory in the schools. There is no simple microscope in the schools. There are no computers in the school. So now you are forcing kids to take exams, and they were not prepared fully and adequately by the teachers for those exams. The number of teachers these schools needed were more than what the teaching college could have produced. Then an expansion of Nigerian, Ghanaian, and Sierra Leonean teachers started coming. But when those teachers were coming, there was no way to certify or vet their competence or qualification. Gambia just had a need, and you say, you're a teacher, we hire you. And this is the beginning and the downfall of the Gambia basic educational system.
That's true. That's true. That analysis is fantastic. Quality education is gone. Really.
Yes, definitely.